This is our RTDS rack, and we have one output coming from the front input panel, or the GTFPI. Here we have two PP5 cards and one WIF card. And on the bottom here is the power button. So that is how you turn the system on. Now, one thing that is difficult, if the power has been unplugged from the wall, down on the lower right side in the back there is a reset on this relay, and you have to click that before the power will come on. And that is not in a manual anywhere, you just have to know that. Inside the RTDS we have the front panel inputs, and this ribbon cable goes around to the front, and that puts digital input in or out of the RTDS with a 5-volt maximum. This is our digital input panel, which we have these all wired over to the relays, and that will be covered in a written document exactly what inputs and outputs we are using. But these are digital, and then we have digital outputs which are also routed to the relays. We actually have these routed to accessory relays because the SEL equipment needs 125 volts, so that is anything with a blue wire on it, and our system has 125 volts, so we 125 volts to all these, and with the digitals we are controlling when the 125 volts goes out to the relays. Now over here we have GTAO cards, analog output cards, and this is how it comes from RTDS. We have these wired to rails that then have mounts for ribbon cable, because we found that a lot easier to run. So this is our analog output. This is sending the current from our schematic to the RTDS, and the digital inputs and outputs are controlling the relay contacts and telling us what is activated or faulted, but the analog input and outputs are what is sending the current to the RTDS. You can wire them for voltage as well, but we were instructed to have a current system. So this is the back of the GTWFI card, and this is the back of the PB5 cards. Now the PB5 card, all this stuff is pretty much daisy chained with fiber optic cables. So this is just going to one output, looped up to the other output, looped up to the top two outputs. And then the same thing with these analog cables. We have one going to the top, and then we're just daisy chained down. And then we also have these two cards tied together. Each card is able to do 72 nodes. So together we have 144. And that is the extent of our RTDS system.